All right, let's jump right in. Welcome to today's Explainer. We're going to be tackling a topic that honestly strikes fear and frustration into the hearts of researchers and professionals everywhere, the dreaded academic peer review. Look, we've all been there, right? You pour months, maybe literally years into a manuscript, only to get an email back with just an absolute wall of critique. But what if I told you that one of the most stressful, exhausting writing tasks in your career doesn't actually have to be a solo struggle? Today, I'm putting on my senior consultant hat to coach you on how artificial intelligence can become your ultimate, purely objective strategic assistant for mastering the peer review response.
Okay, let's dive into this. I want you to really think for a second. When you first open that email from an editor and start reading those reviewer comments, what is your immediate, gut-level emotional reaction? For most of us, it's defensiveness, it's frustration. Sometimes it feels deeply personal, even when we know it's supposed to be professional. Our basic human instinct is to either fight back aggressively or just completely cave in. But as you'll see today, neither of those emotional reactions is actually going to serve your research.
So, here's our roadmap for this explainer. We'll start with the core problem of peer review, then introduce AI as your new strategic co-pilot. After that, we'll break down a repeatable response framework, look at some real-world AI use cases, and finally, wrap up with the common mistakes and AI risks you absolutely need to avoid.
Section 1. The peer review problem, emotion versus strategy.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the language itself. It's completely valid to feel exhausted when your hard work gets picked apart. Imagine just casually reading this. The background section undersells the importance. Not ready for publication. Ouch. I mean, specific phrasing like not ready triggers instant defensiveness. Your brain immediately goes into threat mode. And that emotional spike, it can totally sabotage your response, making you draft something that sounds angry, dismissive, or way too apologetic. Essentially, your emotional reactions actively interfere with your strategic responses.
And we really need to get a handle on this because the stakes are incredibly high. This isn't just about bruised egos. Editors are actively scrutinizing your response letters. A strong, thoughtful response that actually addresses their concerns can significantly bump up your chances of publication. On the flip side, a weak or defensive response can directly lead to rejection. Especially if you're early in your career, your ability to handle this kind of criticism gracefully is literally shaping your professional reputation.
Section 2. AI as your strategic assistant, your objective co-pilot. So the solution to all this emotional toll isn't to just magically suppress your feelings, but to bring in a totally emotionless co-pilot. To put this into perspective, think about the number 10,000. In a real-world case, a climate research team needed to scan 10,000 papers for specific methodology details for a meta-analysis. They used AI, and it identified 340 relevant studies in a matter of hours. Hours! That is a task that would have taken a graduate student an entire semester. When applied to analyzing and structuring text, AI is incredibly powerful. Now, to be clear, we aren't using AI to replace your intellect. We're using it to execute your strategy without all the emotional baggage.
So the crucial point is, how do we direct that power? When you're analyzing reviewer feedback, you really only have 3 strategic choices. First, you can change the manuscript because, hey, the reviewer made a good point that makes the work better. Second, you can clarify because the reviewer misunderstood something you wrote. Or third, you can defend your original approach to maintain the integrity of your research. Your job as the expert is to make that strategic choice. The AI's job is simply to help you draft the result.
Section 3. The response framework, a strategic playbook.
Okay, here is the 4-step workflow you need to adopt. But listen, the golden rule before you do anything, let the comment sit for a day or two. Seriously, do not respond when emotions are running high. Once you've got fresh eyes, step 1 is to analyze and categorize the comments into those 3 buckets we just talked about. Step 2 is to strategize. Document exactly why you're changing or defending something before you even open your AI tool. Only in step 3 do you actually prompt the AI to draft. And step 4 is absolutely crucial. You must personally refine the tone and calibrate that output. Remember, AI is your assistant, not your replacement.
When you do hit step 3, you're going to need a very specific structure. A truly systematic response requires you to thank the reviewers, provide an overview of your changes, address every single point individually, and indicate exact page and line changes. And guess what? AI is brilliant at formatting this. It's like having a hyper-organized secretary. You just feed it your strategic notes and ask it to output a perfectly structured document. This guarantees no substantive point is missed, and editors can easily track your revisions instead of getting lost in a massive wall of text.
Section 4. Real-world AI use cases before and after AI.
And this brilliantly illustrates how AI totally transforms the drafting process, especially in high-stress scenarios. Let's say a reviewer heavily criticizes your methodological design. Without AI, you might spend hours pulling your hair out, drafting and redrafting. Your first draft usually sounds angry and defensive. Then you overcorrect, and the next draft sounds super weak and apologetic. But with AI, you simply prompt it with your strategy. You tell it, acknowledge their alternative exists, but explain why ours was chosen and cite these references. The AI outputs a draft that is completely professional, completely calm, yet firmly defends your choice.
Okay, here's another real game changer, dealing with multiple reviewers who have overlapping concerns. The old chronological approach, answering reviewer 1, then reviewer 2, then reviewer 3, is just tedious. It's repetitive. Instead, if you feed the comments to an AI and ask it to group them thematically, you can draft a structured response that addresses shared concerns holistically. This thematic approach is so much more persuasive to an editor because it proves you've actually synthesized the feedback rather than just blindly ticking boxes one by one.
Let's move to and see how this builds into the toughest situation of all, an outright harsh, maybe even unfair review. When a reviewer is being dismissive, naturally matching their negative tone usually just results in burning bridges with the editor. But when you ask AI to help you draft a response that tackles the substantive points without matching that toxic tone, the AI acts as an incredible emotional buffer. It calmly addresses the substance, allowing you to maintain your dignity, your composure, and your hard-earned reputation.
Section 5. Avoiding common mistakes. Pitfalls to watch for.
Now, even with a brilliant AI copilot, you are still the captain. Let's rapid fire through some common pitfalls. First, a defensive tone completely undermines your intellectual position. Second, whatever you do, don't capitulate and make changes you disagree with just to keep a reviewer happy. Third, never dismiss legitimate critiques. It just shows a lack of engagement. Fourth, if you disagree, you need adequate explanations. Simply saying, "we disagree" won't cut it. Finally, and this is where I really need you to calibrate your judgment, you must evaluate the risk of the tasks you're assigning to AI. Generative AI is highly prone to hallucinations. Never, ever ask AI to generate citations out of thin air or calculate statistical claims for your rebuttal. It will literally invent a completely fake paper or fabricate a statistic if you aren't perfectly clear. So always run a quick mental checklist. Is this an organizational, formatting task where AI excels, or is it a factual retrieval task where it carries huge risk? Rigorously check the AI's work.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a bit of a provocative question to chew on. Think about your past peer review responses. Did you lean a bit too defensive? Did you maybe capitulate too easily just to get it over with? I really encourage you to rethink your entire approach for your next review. Take a breath, let your emotions settle, map out your strategy, and confidently embrace AI as your assistant to execute a flawless professional response. Your research is too important not to. Catch you next time.